The following content is PG-13. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey, it's Jay, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are ya? Good to hear, can't relate. Dang, guys, it's been like 3 weeks since my last hair video, and it was a Monster High one, ironically. But we're back at it again, and today we're actually going to be washing the brand new Haunt Couture dolls because their hair's messy. It's very messy. I'm very excited to show you guys what I did to them. So yeah. But today we're going to be watching Frankie, Draculaura, and Claudine. So if you're excited to watch this video, then keep on watching. But let me just roll my intro right quick.
Hello? I just hit an Ariana Grande note.
Hi. So here are the Haunt Couture girlies. They are looking a little rough out of the box. Draculaura's hair looks very matted, but there's some curls still in it. I mean, barely, but whatever. Frankie's hair feels obviously the worst, and it really does look the worst as well. Like, you could really just see it. It's like, it's a no. Plus, we gotta do something about this bump. And as for Claudine, she actually has probably the best box hair. Like, her hair is pretty much intact. I really didn't even need to wash it, but you know me, I had to. With that all being said, it is time to get started with washing their hair. We gotta make them look like they're worth $80. Come on.
Fuck my drag.
So guys, now we are going to undress all these ghouls. They have a lot of clothing and a lot of accessories, so I'm going to be very careful and make sure I don't lose anything because I would really hate to do so, you know? Doll nudity warning, by the way. So as you guys can see, they have a lot of clothing, so I just put this aside so I didn't lose anything. Even those little earrings were trying me, and it was really pissing me off. I decided to wash them ghoul by ghoul, so Frankie was the first one. I thought she'd be easy, but, you know, she proved to be difficult. The first thing we're going to do is take out that elastic band. I'm not going to cut it because I do want to keep it. After it's free, I'm going to hold it in my hand and make sure that I keep this separated from the back. I always do this with all my doll hair because I just don't have the patience, okay, guys? I don't. So I make sure to submerge her hair in water so it's nice and wet. Of course, I gotta get a thumbnail, you know me. I'm also gonna get out my dish soap, and Frankie was actually the only one I used dish soap on because the other two really didn't have any product in their hair, but she felt like she had some, so I just got rid of it with the dish soap and lathered it through. Honestly, looking back at this, I was really afraid that the orange pigment might have like dyed her hair because I've seen that happen on Frankie's before, especially this one because she has super white hair. So yeah, I was very afraid. So I rinsed out all of the dish soap, and then I got out my typical conditioner and added that to her hair. She needed a lot of moisture because her hair was really matted. And now it was the rough part brushing the out. Oh my god, she had so much tangles. My dumbass really thought I could get it all out with this little comb. I was wrong, and you will see me struggle for a little bit with this, and we'll move on to my normal detangler. But as you guys can see, I was really struggling with just that little bump area she had, and I really don't recommend using a little brush like this. Get a detangler and, you know, be careful. But guys, once I started using my detangler, everything went smooth, and honestly, yeah, just use a detangler. Just don't even use a comb or brush, whatever. Just use this. This is everything you'll ever need in life. After this first brush out, her hair was still feeling very rough, but it was a lot nicer and more smooth, of course. And because I already planned on boil washing this doll, I was just using normal hot to warm water. Speaking of a boil wash, I'm just filling up my mug with some tap water, and then we're just gonna boil the water in the microwave. Oh my god, it's me. Say hi.
Michael! Don't leave me here!
After my water is nuked and ready to go, it is now time to dunk this flop into this water. I started dunking it in the section, so we started with the front one, and then we moved on to the back. So here's a rooting on Frankie, by the way. Her hair is a typical pattern of like a thickly rooted Monster High doll, but the strands are just super thin. After you've dunked it, make sure you brush every time just to smooth it out. You're gonna get some knots in this hair. It's just weird hair. I don't know what it is. And I did have to boil wash her hair a total of 3 times, so keep that in mind. So after boil wash session 1, this was what her hair was looking like. A lot of people were worrying if the hair was going to be short, but it actually is like the promo pictures. This is how much hair Frankie did lose. She lost the most out of all 3 of these ghouls. So yeah, after that, I just put her in a towel burrito and let her dry overnight. And after seeing it dried, I was so happy. But once I started brushing it out, I easily wanted to reroot her. The hair was looking extra stretched and extra thin, so I was very disappointed with this hair. To completely avoid a mental breakdown that actually happened a few days later, I moved on to Draculaura and Claudine. Claudine's hair felt the most normal and even had a really nice parting, and the back looked amazing. Alopecia hit Draculaura because of all the stress that's going on in her life, but she is going to need a complete boil wash and recurl because her hair is just not it. So for these ghouls, I'm going to be just using conditioner. This is a brand new bottle I bought because I'm very curious to try new conditioners. So I'm just making sure the hair is super wet. And then I'm going to add in my conditioner. This one is a different consistency than my normal one, and it felt a little interesting, but it actually worked a lot nicer. So Stan. Claudine had the easiest brush out as well. Her hair wasn't as matted or anything. If anything, the conditioner actually helped redefine her curls as well. I mean, just look at that. Icon. And then I just rinsed it out with cold water. I don't know why I used cold water, but I did. And after Claudine was done, it was time for Draculaura's. I was very afraid for her. Her hair is very thin already, so I did not want to lose any more strands. There was even a portion of me that just said I didn't want to wash her hair because I was just that afraid. So I'm actually happy I did. And just like Claudine, she's only getting conditioner. I also split her hair down the middle just to make it easier while brushing. And just like Claudine, I started from the bottom and moved my way up. Her hair was actually brushing out quite easy, but it did feel pretty bad still and very thin. So if you're going to be doing this with your doll, please be careful. I'm not sure if other batches of these dolls are going to have better hair or if this was just like, you know, what they did for the PR people, but just be careful. Try not to lose as much as hair as possible. After her hair was all brushed out, it was looking pretty cute. And this was how much hair she lost. Not too bad compared to Frankie. And I'm rinsing her out in cold water again. Don't know why, but go off, Jay. But guys, now that they're completely washed, we are going to move on to the curling process. But I had gotten a notification on my phone that my Monster High merch from Hot Topic had been delivered. Oh shit. I'm wearing sandals and it's raining. I'm gonna slip. Of course, I did not slip, but I did get my packages, yes. In the first bag, I got the Poster Ghouls shirt, and I also bought the Monster High Graduation Tour shirt. Now, Poster Ghoul shirt must be for kids because this is an extra large and it is super small and very thin. As for the Graduation Tour shirt, this one actually is an extra large and it's nicer quality. Very disappointed that the Poster Ghoul one wasn't the best, but oh well. But anyways, guys, it is now time to boil wash our ghouls, and they just can't sit, guys. I think originally I wasn't going to boil wash them at all because I thought them keeping their curly hair texture would be fine. But I do think the boil wash did help for smoothing the hair for the curling part. Speaking of the curling part, we're going to be doing two types of curling today. For Claudine, she's going to get my normal perm rollers, but Claudine is our main focus at the moment, and I'll talk about Draculaura in a sec. I also use a curl cream, and papers are a must. I'm going to start by sectioning Claudine's hair down the middle, and we're going to work on one side at a time. I'm going to take the end of my comb and start sectioning off in rows. I'm going to comb it through, and then I'm going to add a little bit of curl cream to this entire section and focus mainly on the end. And then I'm going to start sectioning off my first section. I'm going to add a little bit of water and also add my end paper. I'm going to slide it all the way down to the tip. And then I'm going to grab my little roller and I'm going to roll it away from her face because this is one of the framing sections of the curls. So you don't want to go outwards because it's going to look a little funky. And then you're just going to do all the rest of the head with these curlers and it should look like this. Now the only thing left to do with Claudine is set her hair with some boiling water. And if you're new to my channel, I steam my doll hair. Pretty much just like a boil wash, but you're getting the heat on every direct little curl. When I am using these perm rods, if I do put them in a bowl of boiling water, they do tend to pop. So this is the best method if you're going to be using perm roller. And because these dolls don't have any glue in their head, you can easily just boil wash them and nothing is going to happen to their hair for once. And once you're happy with your steaming, Claudine is all done. It's time to put her in the freezer, yes. Put her in for 10 to 20 minutes and you're all good. It is Draculaura's turn. This is what her hair looks like all dried, and after one boil wash, it looks quite bad, not gonna lie. So for method 2, we're gonna be using straws. I really wanted to give Draculaura a Victorian doll kind of look, and these will give her perfect little ringlets that her thin hair can actually do. So I did boil wash her hair one more time just so it's nice and wet. For straw curlers, you do have to prep them. So you're going to grab the straw, cut off the little bendy bit, and then you're gonna grab another straw, do the same thing, but you're gonna cut that one down the middle. This is what your curlers are going to look like. And just like Claudine, we're going to separate the hair down the middle, separate a row, and then we're going to start wrapping our hair around the first straw. And if the straw is a bit too long, just cut it off. Then open up your second straw and put it right over that first straw. And secure both ends with some non-rusting bobby pins. And now you're going to want to do that for the rest of her head. So with a bit of movie magic, here is what her head looks like. Now we can actually dunk her head in some boiling water. And once you get your bowl boiling, you can just dunk the doll's hair in. And unlike Claudine's, hers would have popped if I would have put them in. But with the bobby pin method, these will not pop out of place. And after she's soaked for a bit, you can pour the boiling water right over her head, and it is going to help set the bangs too. And afterwards, to the freezer, she goes for 10 to 20 minutes, but I did leave her an hour because I started making food. Yeah, don't judge me. And after you're done, she's going to set overnight like so. At this point, Claudine had already been setting for like 2 days, and so had Frankie. So guys, I'll see you when they're done. and they're done. So honestly, very happy with how their hair turned out. Let's start with Claudine. I pretty much just kept her hair the way it is. I know people are gonna call these sausage curls, don't care, not bothered. But I think she looks really cute. The hair is obviously a lot nicer than Frankie's. I think it's just the normal surround for her, but I did not let it dry, so I cannot let you know if that's facts. As for Frankie, I boil washed her at least 3 times. Her hair is looking a lot nicer now. I probably won't reroot her now. I think she's fine the way she is. If you are going to get her, you're probably gonna have to boil wash her a few times until the hair is to your liking. But this is what she looks like without the bump. I think it looks a lot nicer. I mean, you can't really get it flat to the head like in the promo picture, but I think she looks a lot better. I fully stand her now. I love her. Her hair is a lot softer too. It felt so bad originally, so very happy. For Draculaura, I really wanted her to have very tight ringlets. I was trying to go with that vibe because she did have little ringlets like this in her hair. It was just very matted from the box, but I think it looks so nice. They're so shiny, and her bangs actually turned out pretty well. I was actually really worried about those, so thank God. But also, she doesn't have a lot of hair like I mentioned, so this is a perfect hairstyle for her. It's very much giving Nutcracker Barbie because they did the same thing to her. Thin hair and ringlets. But yeah, guys, I am so happy with how they turned out. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. And yeah, this was so fun to do. Now I can't wait to display them and take pictures of them whenever I decide to do so. But yeah, guys, if you are new to the channel, hi, my name is Jay and I do doll stuff, duh. And I would love you to join the channel. And if you aren't following me on Instagram or on TikTok, it's at Zombiexcorn. And guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.